soccer player Kaka's ex-wife, that's a weird name, but says she divorced him because he was the perfect husband. Next
Wow.
and this is apparently a quote from her, and I've seen this all over the internet. He says, Kaka never betrayed me. He treated me well. He gave me a wonderful family, but I was not happy. Something was missing. The problem was he was too perfect.
Too perfect
for me.
She needs therapy.
So,
you heard that, guys? If you're too perfect, they're gonna leave you. So I guess you shouldn't be perfect.
Treated me well. This guy, I assume he was a soccer player. He's probably rich.
He's rich.
Gave her a wonderful family. But she was not happy. Something was missing. The problem was he was too perfect for me. So I want to get the panel's reactions on this. Do you think that, ending a marriage that especially involves children because she wasn't happy because he was too perfect, do you think that's good pretext for a divorce and the end of a breaking up of a family, ending of a relationship?
No, I just think people need to have their shit together or whatever before they step into a marriage, honestly. So
Yo, the way this, apparently this chick did all this stuff to her face, all these pins and trying to look like a cat. It's not just makeup, it's real, all the pins and everything. It's crazy.
For where she's coming from for not being happy, you can't just walk out after having kids.
I agree.
If that's really what she said, I feel bad for the man.
Yep.
I have to agree. I think she probably needed some therapy more so than just leaving the family.
Correct. I think people, both men and women, are too quick to decide that minor issues and not being being perfect is not a minor issue. It's not an issue at all. People are too quick to toss away the beautiful arrangement that God has made, which is man and wife and children and a nuclear family. So shame on her. If it's true, right? This is the media. We don't know what is and is not true, or what there is behind closed doors,
right.
or
Absolutely
the truth.
But so, that quote sounds terrible.
Yeah,
that's her quote. That was she could have made something up at least,
for real.
Yeah, we could have validated, but no, leaving a man for being perfect is
bad,
disgusting,
wrong.
Yeah,
I agree with that. I mean, it doesn't really make sense. If
it's insane.
What she really said, then I don't agree with it. Just because everybody goes through stuff and you can work through it. If it's a family that you're talking about at the same time, you should think about your kids first and try to work on it.
I'm going to go a different route. I think it sounds like she's struggling with something. So I feel like, this is a big accusation, is she feeling like guilty for something that she did, and she feels bad because her husband is a great man and she doesn't want to pin him in a bad light, so she's like, I'm just going to dip out now, but he was a great guy.
Probably she cheated.
I like that you brought that up, just because I feel like a lot of women feel like they have a really good man, but they are missing that spark. And it's unfortunate now that she has children and kids also, and that.
But and this is what is confusing to us men, right? Because if you are too perfect, if being too perfect is an issue, so what am I supposed to be? What are men supposed to be? So if you're too, because as they say, nice guys finish last, right? So you can't be nice, you can't be too perfect. And she's talking about a spark. What can bring a spark more than somebody treating you so well? So you have this chick, because Kaka, if for some of you guys who are into soccer, he used to be one of the best players in the whole world, right? Worldwide recognized soccer player who was that good. So you get Kaka as your husband, and you say he's too perfect for you, so you divorce him, you break up the family, the kids. So imagine how the kids are going to grow up one time at some point to really fully understand exactly what's going on. And then the mom has to explain to them that I left your dad, I broke up our family unit because your dad was too perfect for me. What example does that set for the kids, right? Let's say if she has daughters, so should the daughters also avoid guys who are too perfect? Does that mean they should get guys who are the opposite? Because you can't have it. There's no balance. It's either the person is good for you or they're not good for you. But if you're leaving a man who's good for you, are you trying to attract the opposite?
Brings a whole different thing. But she should have probably figured that out before they got married, and she probably had something in her head that said, I should not marry him, but he's a great guy. He probably has a good job. He's probably showering her with all this attention, not talking to other people. And it's
What's
totally
better than
cute.
that,
He
though?
just picked the wrong woman at the end of the day. But there was probably signs somewhere in there between.
Yeah.
Can you move your mic to the corner, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's too great and
You're
perfect, why would you leave?
Yeah, it's all. I mean, it's all but too common. So, oftentimes we see this happen over and over and over again. Where
Yep.
we'll see these women, especially with high-profile men, say this kind of stuff, right? Oh, I just don't like him anymore.
Yeah.
Conveniently enough, they also happen to not like him and walk off with millions of dollars of his money.
True.
So it makes me think maybe there's an ulterior motive behind it, other than I just don't feel the spark. I mean, sure, he's rich.
I agree with Andrew Wilson because so Kaka is rich. He used to be and still is famous soccer player, right? So she probably got with him because he has the status, he has the money, right? And he's worldwide known, right? That's how she got with him, or maybe that's what attracted her. But then she turns around years later and she's talking about he's too perfect, right? So that makes me think, and exactly what Andrew said, that she was in it for the money, right? Now she knows she's gonna walk away with maybe half of his money. Now she's leaving. This is my suggestion, but in such a scenario, if they go to court, if I was a judge, I would be like, you chose to leave him for no reason. You're not getting nothing. If
Good and everything that I ever wanted, but walking away, I can basically now go hook up with whoever I want and have millions of dollars of it.
Yeah.
I don't know
So
if you can
it seems
assume.
like a strong ulterior motive for it. Well, that's true. I can't state that emphatically, right? I don't have any evidence other than her saying, "Sure, he's the perfect man. Now give me the millions." But
I mean, I'm sure the money doesn't hurt.
I'm
but I
sure
don't
it
think
doesn't
that's
hurt.
The reason she would have walked away from the whole family.
It could be.
I mean, if you had to guess, if somebody said, he's perfect in every way, I just adore him, but I'm gonna leave him and take millions of dollars off his
yeah,
money."
it sounds like a good
Wouldn't
plan.
you
Money
think?
doesn't hurt, but
Yeah.
I think the reason she doesn't want to stay is probably because she
Wants
needs
his fucking money.
therapy.
Well,
no, she needs therapy. I don't think she's happy with.
Well, how's she gonna pay for
peacefulness.
it?
We're not sure if they don't.
Exactly.
They might have a prenup. I feel like a lot of celebrities and high profiles have prenups put in place as well. So we
Some.
don't know what they end up
You
signing.
should if you're
Surprisingly
worried
far
so
fewer
much
than you
about
would
that.
think.
I think
But
if there's
even
any-
with a
Surprisingly
prenup,
far
I think
fewer than
you
you
still
think
get
Then
have
that makes
prenups.
them dumb, right?
You do, but I mean, when you get
I don't
married,
disagree
you
with
are
that.
one
This is pretty
at the end
dumb.
of the day. So I think if anything, they should sign the prenup based off of whatever you make after when
Right.
you are together.
Keep in mind, you guys, she's
Absolutely.
probably not walking away from her family. More times than not, the
Correct.
women get the kids. So she's leaving her perfect husband, possibly penniless and childless, probably fighting for rights just to see his children.
True.
And the only thing she's saving him is not
No, you
slandering
guys are
him.
acting
He has
like
ha-
this is
she-
such a
he
easy
still has
decision
half
for her
of
to
his
make.
money.
It's still not an easy
Oh, poor
decision.
her.
He's not
Can you
penniless.
imagine?
No, I'm.
Poor,
she's
that poor
wrong.
girl.
She is wrong.
I just
but
can't
it's-
believe it. I feel bad for her. It's terrible.
Okay, so she is wrong. I'm
Mhm.
not saying that she's not wrong, but
She
it's still
did
not
say
an
that.
easy decision for her to make. Like
Why
she's
not?
making it
So
because
that's
she needs
a-
help. She doesn't
what?
realize that she's not happy.
That's an easy decision. She just wakes up one morning and she says she's not happy and she's leaving and she divorces him. Sounds like an easy decision to me. Doesn't take rocket science. What is
With
she talking about?
Peacefulness and content.
Mhm.
She needs some turbulence in order to feel like she matters or whatever.
Yeah,
the
so
heck.
she's a psycho.
So she needs.
No,
some
she just has
therapy.
traumatic experiences, most
She needs
likely.
therapy. That's it. But I don't
Oh,
think
man,
she
she
made the
needs
decision.
therapy.
I don't think she made the decision
Cancel.
to leave her family because she was like, I want money. Let me just go get money.
Well, then
and
why?
fix
You
my
tell me.
family."
Why would you break up your family with your kids?
Because
hang on, with your kids. The kids being the
Yeah.
primary thing here. Walk away from the family, break it up, destroy the lives of the kids, and take the money.
Because in her mind, she's thinking, I'm not happy here.
Right.
This is going to be the rest of my life.
Yeah.
The kid's gonna
She
suffer
doesn't
though.
want that.
Oh, too bad
It's
for
not
her.
necessarily.
Exactly. So how about the kids? She's only thinking about herself, right? And happiness is just a state of mind. Let's say she's not happy right now. How about in 3 months when she's happy? Is she gonna regret breaking up the family unit? Right? Because now she has to explain to the kids, hey, I'm leaving your dad. I'm breaking up the family because I'm not happy. How about 6 months from now? How about 2 years from now? Those are all things I think when people make choices, especially when they have kids, they have to think about, because once you have kids, and I don't have kids, but it should be common knowledge that once you have kids, you have to make decisions and think about how those decisions are going to affect them, right? Because just splitting up and divorcing your husband because he's too perfect is a reason you can't explain to your kids, because you're going to confuse the kids, because now the kids are going to think we should avoid, especially the daughters, they're going to think we should avoid men who are too perfect. And guess the type of men they're going to go for? The drug dealers, the bad boys, right? It's not fair for the kids.
What about
the
duty?
money.
She's not saying
My
it's
point-
good.
yeah.
You're arguing with her when she's just giving another option of what
You're
could be
trying
going
to,
on.
to fight me on a point that I'm not fighting you
Yeah,
on.
but
I'm
what
not
about
saying
her
she's right.
duty?
Yeah, the kids.
What do you think her duty
I'm not
is?
I
saying
think
that
her
she-
duty, even if she's unhappy, even if she's unhappy, he's not doing anything wrong. She made the vows to have children together.
with
It's to
you.
stay.
I agree with you, but I don't
Literally.
think she leaves only because of the money. I think she leaves because she needs therapy. The money is just a bonus.
You are
She leaves.
so obsessed
She's
with
not-
women
she is
taking your
not-
money.
She
Calm
is not
down.
saying
One
like
at a time.
she's not saying like, oh, I don't like him because he's so amazing, but the money was just really, really, really tempting, and I just like the money more than him. That's not what she's saying. She's saying he wasn't enough, despite him being perfect, because she's not enough and she needs help. The money was probably a bonus. It didn't hurt.
You both
Definitely
agree.
not.
You
So-
both agree that she should not have left. You're just
Yeah,
saying shame
but
on
I-
her, and she's saying
You're
she needs
saying
help.
she
Yeah,
left for the
okay,
money.
but
I'm
don't need,
saying I
don't need the
disagree with
bridge.
that. Like,
I
we
just
can
want
move
to
on
dive
the
into
next
this.
thing.
Why do we immediately assume that it's therapy and she's not just a selfish bitch?
True, I agree.
You need
If you're-
therapy.
It's
yeah, if
selfish.
You're a selfish bitch. You need therapy.
Why?
Maybe your
That's
therapist
how you
told her.
fix yourself. What
How do you
mean?
know that that's going to
Because
fix
you
anything?
think a selfish bitch is gonna sit down there and finally have some self-awareness to be like, you know what, I'm a selfish bitch.
Yeah.
No, sometimes you need to go to a therapist and have a
Here's
therapist
the
be
thing.
like, you're a selfish
Here's the
bitch.
thing that's funny.
You're
talking about
anti-therapiness?
calm
What is
down.
wrong
Why,
with you?
are you going to jump in every time I have a conversation with anybody?
I thought we were allowed to disagree.
Yeah, but can you calm down until we're done having at
Sure.
least our back and forth? Is that okay?
Sure.
Are you sure?
For you.
Okay, thank you. It's very kind of you.
You're so welcome.
So anyway, when you talk about therapy, a lot of times therapy will exacerbate situations like
Yes.
this.
You
in fact.
have a bad
And I
therapist.
wouldn't surprise me if the reason she left is because she had a fucking therapist who said, you gotta do what's good for you.
True. Some therapists actually, because they don't want to lose the money, they want their clients to keep coming back. So they would be in sessions, and the client may suggest, maybe I should do this, and that because the therapist doesn't want to give a counter argument, because the therapist doesn't want to piss off the client, because if the therapist pisses off the client may not come back to keep paying money for the sessions. The therapist may just say, you know what, that's a good idea. So she probably went to a therapist talking about how the husband is too perfect and she's not happy and she wants to leave. And the therapist might have just said, that sounds like a good idea. You should do what's best for you. And if you're not happy, maybe you should leave. So Andrew is right. What do you guys think? This is crazy. And this is confusing for all men in the world, that you cannot be perfect. You can have all the money. You can treat a woman so nice, but she can leave you because you're too perfect. What does that mean to us men? What do you guys think? Comment down below. Link down below for the full video. Peace.